Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Rue. How do you do? Welcome back to my channel. We're doing another Autism Chat today, and I'm being a bit, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Sporadic, chaotic. I don't know. I was planning on filming this video next week. Today is Sunday. I don't normally film on Sunday, but I just, it's quiet. I'm alone, and I've been thinking about this topic a lot this week, and I just wanted to do the video because I want to get the information out. So I literally just got back from the gym and I'm gross. But I was like, you know what? I want to film a video right now, and I did not prep or do anything to make a good video. Do you like this angle? It's kind of weird. There's my towel for showering, and I put Groot there, and there's a possum, and that's my beanbag chair. My mic is right here. My computer's over here. Anyways, let's get into the actual topic of the video that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about cluttering. Because this is something that I do, and I've known about it since about 2021 when I first discovered the term and what it meant. And it was very eye-opening at the time to me because it described why I struggle with speaking. And it was it's not like I'm not bad at it. I am bad at it. It's not my fault. It's just the way my brain is. And I wanted to talk about it because I don't think people know what cluttering is. No one talks about cluttering. So I've got my notes here, which I did take notes last week, which is very good of me. Good job, past me. I hate descripting things, but so cluttering is a fluency disorder, which is a disruption in the flow, the rhythm, or the speed of how you speak, I guess. I guess in my mind it's fluency means you're understandable. I think I'm not an expert. Please don't come at me. This is just my understanding of what it is. So fluency disorder, I think, makes you less fluid and understandable and natural sounding, I guess. And so another type of fluency disorder that you've probably heard of is stuttering. I don't know if that's what it's called, but you know what stuttering is. And stuttering is actually a speech disorder. And just to be clear, I'm not an expert on stuttering. But from what I understand, the person who stutters knows what they want to say in their head, but it's the actual speaking, getting the words out, that is the problem. That is where the problem lies, is the actual physical act of speaking. And cluttering is not a problem with speech. It's a problem with language processing. It's a language disorder instead of a speech disorder. Or that's my understanding. So cluttering often co-occurs with things like autism, ADHD, Tourette's syndrome, auditory processing disorders, and other learning disabilities. So, some of you might clutter. I guess I should tell you what are the, what is cluttering? What does a person do that clutters? So, many times they will speak very rapidly, not always, but it's like their mind is moving very fast and your mouth can't keep up, kind of thing. Or just irregular speech rate. And I was actually watching a video, and the lady said she was a, what do you call them? Like speech pathologist or something? I don't know. You know, someone who knows these things. She was saying, like, it may not be a fast pace for a normal person, but for that person, the rate is too quick. And so it's like their mouth can't keep up with their brain, I guess. Atypical pauses, so pauses in weird spots or whatever. Like dropping syllables or like letters, just like dropping them or dropping the ending of words. And you can also see a lot of like combining words, which is something I do. So it's like for me, I guess I can only say for me what it's like, but like when I'm really excited about something, talking too fast, it's like I have multiple things in my brain that want to come out, and because I'm moving so fast, it's like they all come out at the same time, and they kind of just blob together in a unintelligible phrase. I don't know, like, and I catch myself doing it on camera all the time. Another thing that people who clutter do is starting a sentence and then going back to revise the sentence. So like starting over, and I also do this a lot. But like they'll start a statement and then be like, wait, actually this whatever, you know. They use a lot of ums and uhs and filler words. They have unusual prosody, which, like, I don't quite understand prosody, but I feel like it's kind of like the natural flow of words. Your rhythm tone sounds like the sounding normal, I think, or like fluid. You can also just use the wrong word entirely. And for me, this is like I've done this before, and this is like my brain's going fast, and I can't think of the word, so my brain's just like, use this one. It's wrong. I know it's wrong, but you're gonna use it. Also, another thing I thought was really interesting is that people who clutter often have bad handwriting, which, like, my handwriting has gotten better over the years because I've worked on it, but when I was a kid, my handwriting was horrific. And also there's something called mazing, which I don't quite understand, but I feel like it's like you're jumping around a lot in the conversation. Like it makes the conversation like not as understandable, and maybe it makes sense in your brain to jump to these different, my wrist keeps cracking, these different points, but it may make you less understandable to someone. So that's kind of the synopsis of what cluttering sounds like, or like comes out as. But the thing, so I started, okay, we're going back. See, I'm doing it right now. So I first started researching, or I first found the word cluttering so it was 2021. Like, I think it was probably the beginning of 2021 or mid 2021. No. Beginning? I don't know. But during this time, I was at an extremely stressful job, extremely burnt out, just like really not well. And I got really worried because I thought I was stuttering. And I will be honest, I don't remember what I was doing that I thought could be stuttering. But it was probably like me repeating the first word of the sentence or something, because I do that sometimes. So I started looking up stuttering, and as I was reading about stuttering, something about cluttering popped up, and I watched a video on it, and I was like, oh my god, that is what I do. I clutter. And it at the time I was more learning about what cluttering comes out as. But I recently started reading about it again for some reason. I haven't read about it in a while. Years. Since 2021, I guess. And the thing that hit me and really made me understand is it was talking about how people who clutter struggle to tell stories. Because you can't organize your thoughts in a way that makes sense. And it really hit me that this is one of the reasons I hate talking so much, because I can never successfully get this stuff out in a way that makes sense in the way I want to. It always comes out wrong, or not in a way, an eloquent way that I would want. So it makes sense that I don't enjoy speaking. So it's a language processing disorder. If that's the incorrect word, I'm sorry, but that's the way I understand. It's a problem up here. And the way my brain works, I don't know if this is everyone who clutters, but the way my brain works is I feel like there's just thoughts bopping around in there. There's no organization whatsoever. And I can't nail the thoughts down properly and see them in a way that makes sense. I don't know. Especially when I am talking, because I'm trying to focus on talking, and I'm also dealing with this mess up here and trying to translate it into words that make sense. And it doesn't work very well. So when I was reading about this, I was like, oh my god, I get it now. I get why I do this. And it made me understand why I hate talking. Because I hate talking. It's stressful. And I much prefer written word. And I can't tell stories to save my life. And I can't explain complex things in a way that makes sense. Or even simple things. And I've always felt very... I felt stupid. Because I can't get the words out in a way that... seems like I understand it to the other person. Because there's I'm autistic and I have very passionate interests, and I always thought people who could drop a lot of knowledge on the topics they are interested in were amazing, and I could never do that. And I was like, I know a lot about this topic. I am very interested in it. But I can't explain it to someone, and it makes me feel stupid, so I must not know anything about it. But no, I know the stuff up here. It's just, I can't make it come out in a way that makes sense. And that's one of the reasons in my 20s or early 20s, I wanted to be a horse trainer. I wanted to work with horses. And I eventually realized that wasn't a good career choice for me, because I can't teach people. I can't explain how to ride a horse. I know how to ride a horse. I'm quite good at it. but I can't explain to another person how to do it. So it's like, I could never be a teacher. I mean, maybe I could, but it's not like something I am naturally good at, you know? And then, as you guys are probably aware, autistic people also tend to struggle with like verbal processing, auditory processing. So not only am I struggling to process the stuff up here and get it out in a way that makes sense and in a timely manner, I'm also struggling to intake the words people are saying to me. So, you know, it takes me time to understand what another person is saying and process their words. And then I have to take more time to try and translate this mess up here. And so I often, my speech is not great because I'm trying to speed through this process that takes time. And so the words are not going to come out very eloquently. And, yeah, so I often feel like I come across as unintelligent to people because I just can't. I don't know what how you improve upon this. Like, I don't think there's a way other than just having more time. And even if I have time, I still often can't figure out the words I need to say and what order to say them in. Cause you this is worse. It's worse when I'm stressed. Definitely. Because my brain's not working well when I'm stressed. But I do this with my fiance too, who I'm very comfortable with. No stress about talking to him about anything. But I still can't explain things to him. I still can't tell stories that make sense. Because it's just, there's a problem in the translation here. And, yesterday I was talking to him about cluttering. Because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm researching a lot. And I was trying to explain cluttering to him, but my brain just wasn't working. And I couldn't, it just didn't make sense. And it's frustrating to say the least. And this is also a huge reason why I prefer written communication so much more than spoken communication. Because if I have time to write out the thing, I can make it very good. Because I can see it. And I can, if I need to move things around in a way that makes better sense, I can do that. Yeah. And being able to write something out, I have time to think about it. And I can make it sound exactly the way I want it to sound. So knowing that I have this cluttering disorder, whatever, I don't know if that's the actual name, it just makes more of my existence make sense. Because, I'm I don't like talking because I have social anxiety and I have auditory processing issues. Yes, that is true. But this is, honestly, I feel like this is probably the biggest reason why I don't like talking, socializing, things that require me to speak verbally, because it's just hard and frustrating, and it never sounds the way I want it to sound. I never can sound the way I want to sound. I will Like, I can't explain things. I can't tell stories. Like, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And like in a world that relies so heavily on verbal communication, I mean, it is disabling quite a bit. So yeah, I wanted to talk about cluttering on here because I don't feel like there's much talk about it. And it's a thing that autistic people do, and ADHD people, and various other disabilities do. And we should, like, I want you to feel the way that I feel, knowing that it's not a me problem, it's my brain, it's how my brain works. So if you're a clutterer as well, I want to give you this information so you don't have to feel bad. Or you can better understand yourself. Or, whatever. It's often why I feel like frustrated with my videos. And why my videos are so jumpy and rambly. Like, this is why. But it is the way it is. And I, often when I do these cluttering things, I leave them in my videos because I think we should normalize this kind of thing. And, yeah, I will try to insert some clips of me cluttering. And then that's you. So that was like all. It's called the pineapple grade. But anyways, I just wanted you guys to let you is acceptance because it's also just wow, I can't talk. Okay. But I just like throw my pillow, talk. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about, like the dropping syllables and things and combining words. I wish I had thought ahead of time to grab clips of me doing this because I won't always snip them unless it's like for a bloopers video or something. So I don't have, like, I know I do this all the time in my videos, but I don't know where to go to clip them. But I know I do have a few clips of it, so I'll try to input that into this video so you can kind of see examples. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about, but I don't know. That's all I have in my notes, so hopefully that covers it. Sorry, this was kind of a impromptu video, and I just look like I just came from the gym because I did. But I just, I couldn't wait another day to film this, so you get this impromptu video. Anyways, let me know what you think of this video. Do you also clutter? Does this make a lot of sense to you as well? What is your brain like? Like, what is the brain of a non-cluttering person like? Is it just super organized? Like, my brain is chaos, and I can't organize it. I don't know how to make it, like, it's chaos. Like, I literally, if I were to try to make a picture form of my brain, I feel like it would just be like, maybe other people's brains are like nice filing cabinets and they can see all of the documents very well and read from them. My brain would just be like random sheets of paper flying everywhere, and I'm like trying to catch them, and like I see a little bit of this one, and then oh, there's another one. Oh wait, I forgot to say something from this one. And I think that's how my brain is. I also have aphantasia, and I don't know if that's related in any way. Like, I can't picture the words. I don't know. I really don't know. Do people who have mental imagery like see the word? I don't know. I'm getting too off topic words. Okay, I need to go. My lovely friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this mess of a video. Welcome to my brain. If you clutter, let me know in the comments if you want. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, thank you for being here. I love you guys. Sorry I wasn't very happy today. I guess it's more of just a ramble video. And I will see you in the next one. Okie dokie.